There comes a time when you must disappear, not to escape life, but to find it, to retreat, regroup, and rise again. Because change doesn't happen in the spotlight. It happens in silence, in the early mornings, in the late nights, when nobody is watching, when it's just you and the grind. You must disappear from distractions, disappear from doubt, disappear from excuses, step away from average, step away from comfort, step into discipline, step into focus, step into self-control, step into the greatest project of your life, you. You don't get a second life, you get one. So if you're going to reinvent, now is the time. Now is the time to disconnect, to reconnect. Shut off the noise. Shut out the negativity. Distance yourself from toxic energy. It's time to disappear into the gym, into your goals, into your books, into your purpose, into becoming unrecognizable. Let them talk. Let them wonder. Let them doubt you. Let them laugh now. You'll laugh later, because when you reappear, you'll be different, stronger, smarter, hungrier. You'll reappear with results, and results silence everything. They don't recognize effort, they recognize results, and results come from quiet work, from vanishing when others party, from studying when others sleep, from saying no to average, from saying yes to growth, from disappearing to rebuild. This is your rebuilding season. It's not punishment, it's preparation. Disappearing is not defeat, it's development. Change doesn't need an audience. You don't need validation to evolve. You need commitment. You need consistency. You need clarity. You need to want it more than you fear it. Fear will whisper, stay the same, but your future is screaming, become more. So disappear to become more. Disappear to develop your skills. Disappear to train your mind. Disappear to grow your bank account. Disappear to sharpen your vision. Disappear to heal. Disappear to align. It's not about isolation, it's about elevation. It's about choosing growth over gossip, peace over popularity, progress over people-pleasing. When you disappear, you find yourself. And finding yourself is the beginning of everything. Your new life will cost you your old one. Are you willing to pay the price? To sacrifice pleasure for purpose? To exchange comfort for greatness? To trade routine for reinvention? Change has a cost, but regret is more expensive. One day, you'll wish you started today. So start now. Not next year, not next month, not next week. Start with one decision, one habit, 1 hour of work, one brave choice, and keep showing up, even when it's hard, even when it's lonely, especially when no one believes in you. Believe in yourself. Talk to your future self, the version of you that already made it. Ask what they would do today. Then do that. Keep going. Stay low until you rise. Work until they ask, how did you do it? Let your silence build the legacy. Let your work echo forever, because one day you'll reappear. And they won't recognize you. You'll be different, not just changed, transformed. That's the power of disappearing, of going all in on yourself. So disappear from your old habits. Disappear from your past self. Disappear from limitation. Disappear from comparison. Disappear from social media if you have to. Just long enough to find peace. Just long enough to find clarity. Just long enough to create momentum. Remember, evolution requires isolation. Caterpillars go in alone, and they come out flying. That's you. This is your cocoon season. Don't fight it. Flow with it. Stay grounded. Stay hungry. Stay disciplined. The seeds you plant now will grow into a forest, but only if you water them in the dark. Everyone wants the light. But the light is earned. You earn it with consistency, with sacrifice, with belief when it makes no sense. You are the author of your reinvention. Write something worth reading. Live something worth remembering. Inspire someone with your journey. But first, go live it. Go build it. Go disappear. Because the next chapter requires a different you. One more focused. One more intentional. One more unstoppable. Are you ready to disappear? Are you ready to go ghost on the old you? Then start today. Not for attention, but for transformation. Not for applause, but for alignment. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Just become undeniable. Let them wonder where you went. Let them be shocked when you return. Disappear to build. Disappear to become. Every seed disappears before it blooms. Every storm clears before the sun shines. Every struggle strengthens before success. Your time is coming. But now is the work. Now is the silence. Now is the sweat. Now is the stretch. Don't avoid it. Embrace it. Don't fear the quiet. That's where your power grows. Don't fear being alone. That's where your mind resets. And when you reappear, you'll no longer ask for permission. You'll no longer seek approval, because you'll know who you are. You'll walk with purpose. You'll speak with conviction. You'll move with vision. The world makes way for the person who knows where they're going. And your direction will be clear, because you carved it in solitude. You chose to build when others complained. You chose to stretch when others stayed still. You chose growth over gossip, peace over popularity, creation over consumption. Now you're different, not better than others, better than your old self. The only competition that ever mattered, the only battle that ever mattered. You versus you, and you won. Not overnight, not easily, but daily, hour by hour, one rep at a time, one chapter at a time, one step, one sacrifice, one decision at a time. That's how legends are made, not by chance, but by change. You disappeared into discipline, into discomfort, into doubt, but you moved anyway, into fear, but you stood tall anyway, into silence, but you found your voice. This is who you were becoming all along, not someone else, but the real you, the one beneath the noise, the one buried under expectations. That's why you had to go missing, to stop pretending and start becoming. You had to shut the world out to hear your soul. You had to leave behind to move ahead. Everyone wants transformation, but few want the isolation that leads to it. You wanted it, you chose it, and that's why you're ready now, ready to reappear with fire in your eyes, ready to build empires, ready to create legacy, ready to inspire nations, ready to live wide awake. You're no longer waiting for a miracle. You became one. You're no longer chasing motivation. You're fueled by purpose. That's what disappearing does. It strips you down and rebuilds you better. So when others say, "Where have you been?" smile. Because they wouldn't understand. They didn't see the nights. They didn't feel the weight. They didn't fight the battles. But you did. And now you stand here, not as who you were. You see, it was never about them. It was always about you, your potential, your peace, your power. No one else was supposed to get it. That's why you had to walk alone. That's why it had to hurt. Pain was your greatest teacher, and silence was your classroom. You learned patience. You learned resilience. You learned to trust the process. You learned to love the struggle. You became dangerous, not to others, but to limitation. You became focused, not on them, but on purpose. While they scrolled, you studied. While they judged, you journaled. While they slept, you sowed seeds. And now the harvest is yours. But remember, this is just the beginning. The goal was never applause. The goal was alignment. You didn't disappear to prove them wrong. You disappeared to prove yourself right. That the fire in your belly was real. That the calling in your soul had a name. That you weren't crazy. You were chosen. Chosen to rise. Chosen to lead. So rise with humility. Lead with integrity. Walk with clarity. Don't get distracted now. Don't shrink to fit their comfort. You've outgrown that version of you. You don't need their approval anymore. You don't need their understanding. You just need your mirror to reflect the truth. And it finally does. You are not who you used to be. You are not who they said you were. You are not your past. You are not your pain. You are not your setbacks. You are not your failures. You are the comeback. You are the solution. You are the storm that clears the path. You are the quiet force that shook the earth. So when you reappear, Don't just show up. Dominate. Don't just exist. Lead. Don't just talk. Deliver. Show them what becoming looks like. Show them what work looks like. Show them what purpose sounds like. And if no one claps, keep going. If no one sees, keep growing. If no one gets it, keep building. Because one day, they'll ask how you did it, and you'll smile, because the answer was simple. You disappeared and did the work. You shut out the noise. You became your own rescue. You stopped waiting to be saved. You stopped waiting for signs. You became the sign. You turned your one day into day one. And that's what changed everything. You stopped talking about it and started being about it. You dropped the mask. You dropped the excuses. You stopped needing perfect conditions. You started with what you had, where you were, and that's what made you powerful. Not the tools, not the titles, not the trophies, but the tenacity, the consistency, the decision to keep going, even when it was hard, especially when it was hard. You kept showing up, and now the world has no choice but to notice. You don't need to scream. Let your life speak. Let your discipline talk. Let your results echo. You've earned the respect, but you no longer need it. You've outgrown their opinions. You've outgrown self-doubt. You've outgrown waiting for permission. You disappeared. There comes a moment when the noise of the world no longer feeds your soul. That's when you know it's time to disappear. Disappear not in defeat, but in discipline. Not in fear, but in focus. The world applauds the visible, but greatness is born in silence. In the shadows, in the quiet, in the grind. Everyone wants the outcome. Nobody wants the transformation. But the truth is, you can't change your life until you change you. You've talked about it. You've dreamed about it. You've posted about it. But have you disappeared for it? Real growth is invisible. It's in the early mornings. It's in the late nights. It's in the skipped parties, the missed calls, the ignored distractions. Disappear into discipline. Disappear into the books. Disappear into the grind. Disappear into becoming someone no one saw coming. You owe no explanation for your evolution. Silence is your secret weapon. In the noise, people stay the same. In the silence, people change. Most people fear being alone, but you fear being average. If you're tired of your life, rewrite it. But don't tweet the pen. Pick it up and write. Disappear to build the foundation. Every seed grows underground first. Nobody claps for the roots, but without them, the tree falls. So bury yourself in progress. You don't need applause. You need action. People will ask where you've been. Let your results answer. You can't build an empire while entertaining every distraction. You can't become legendary if you're always available. Disappear, train, learn, building transformation. Reinvent, level up. Without permission, without approval, without an audience. You don't need more motivation. You need more execution. Nobody's coming to save you. This is your responsibility. This is your story. Rewrite the narrative. You are not your past. You are your decisions. Decide to disappear. Decide to evolve. You've been visible too long without results. It's time to build in the dark. The cocoon isn't glamorous, but it's necessary. The butterfly doesn't brag. It just shows up flying. Let your wings speak. Let your transformation speak. Stop announcing your moves. Start proving your moves. Your future deserves a version of you you haven't met yet. Disappear and meet them. They're waiting in your discipline, waiting in your habits, waiting in your effort, waiting in the boring, the hard, the lonely. Winners are built in isolation. Losers are created in crowds. You've been too social, too available, too exposed. Now, be mysterious. Be focused. Be unavailable to mediocrity. You don't need to prove your potential. Live it. Hide not because you're afraid. Hide because you're building. No one needs to see the recipe. Let them taste the result. The next version of you demands sacrifice. Sacrifice comfort. Sacrifice distraction. Sacrifice ego. Build in the quiet. Watch them talk. Watch you grow. When they look for you, be unrecognizable. Let your transformation confuse them. Let your growth disturb them. Some people only knew the version of you that never committed. That version is gone, dead and buried under discipline. Now you rise. You rise early. You rise focused. You rise intentional. The old you sought motivation. The new you is motivation. The old you made excuses. The new you creates results. It's time to stop watching and start working. Stop scrolling. Start studying. Stop talking. Start doing. Stop wishing. Start building. You don't need more time. You need more focus. You don't need more chances. You need more commitment. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a better work ethic. Talent is nothing without discipline. Intelligence is nothing without execution. Vision is nothing without grind. Stop leaking energy into distractions. Silence the noise. Turn off the world. Lock in. It's not about being famous. It's about being effective. Not about being liked. It's about being respected. Not about being busy. It's about being productive. Don't just disappear from the world. Disappear from your old self. The lazy you, the scared you, the uncommitted you. Let them all go. Burn the bridge back. You're not returning. This time, it's permanent. No more temporary change. No more halfway habits. This is your total transformation. This is the season of silence, the season of building, the season of self-respect. No more proving people wrong. Just prove yourself right. Keep your goals to yourself. Let the results speak louder than your words. You've watched others level up. Now it's your turn. The door to your new life doesn't open by wishing. It opens through work. Grind now, shine later, disappear now, reappear transformed. No announcement, no press release, just results, just impact, just change. You don't get what you want, you get what you work for. So work in silence. Let your hustle be your hello. Let your success be your introduction.